What is up, guys? We are back. Road to 300 Kilos, episode 27. This was recorded on a nice little Sunday morning. It had been a little while since I'd trained, as you know. Well, maybe you don't know, but if you watched my last video, training's been quite inconsistent lately, I guess you could say. Work's been super busy, so I've only been able to come in a couple times a week at best, and this is kind of one of those sessions. I'm trying to maintain my squat strength right now, so today I am going up. I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I went in. I was thinking about doing 5x5, but then when I got in, it was Sunday morning. I was pretty sore and tired just from work in general, so I ended up just going up to a kind of like a heavy triple, and then I would work back down and do some drop sets. So this is just me warming up for that, and then you'll see I go 70. And actually, after I warmed up a little bit and did a few sets here at 70, I started feeling pretty good. So a big thing with not being able to train as much as I would like is my body feels a lot better than it has in a long time, as far as like joints and aches and pains and stuff like that. The only thing that really bothers me right now is my elbow still bothers me a little bit. Like my forearm, my inside forearm on my left arm kind of bothers me sometimes, and I don't know if that's an overuse because of work or from training, but it's not bad. It's just kind of just an achy tendonitis type pain. But like I said, the shoulder is healed up quite a bit. The knee feels good. The lower back feels good. Just all that type of stuff that takes a lot of abuse over long periods of weightlifting training feels a lot better than they have in a long time. So that's kind of cool. I'm trying to look at the bright side of things, as I'm not able to train a whole lot right now. I probably could if I really, really, really had the need to or the drive to, but right now, I don't have a ton of competitions coming up soon. Work's keeping me super busy, so the mental side of things is pretty bogged down. I have a big test I need to study for in a few months. So there's just a lot of life things that are piling on top of each other, and sometimes training just has to take a little bit of a back seat. And on top of all those life things, I need time to decompress, and I want to read a little bit when I get home or play some video games, things like that. I think those things to kind of give your brain a little bit of a break are super important, or at least they are to me sometimes. What's the point of working so much if you can't distract yourself or enjoy the other little things? So this was 150. I decided to put the belt on a little bit ago, and I was actually really impressed with how some of these were moving. So I just went 140, 150, and now we got 160 on the bar. And I was kind of going into this like, all right, let's see how this feels for 3. And if this feels good, I'll keep going up. Sure enough, they feel good. They're moving pretty fast. For a guy that's not training, for a guy that's training like once a week right now, I can't complain. And then I go up to 170. And this moved a lot better than I thought it was going to move. Those are pretty. They're definitely slower, but they're not bad at all. That third one could have been a little bit better. I kind of mistimed my bounce out of the bottom and my bracing and everything, and I think that's what kind of caused that to look a little wonky. But I went up to 170, and then I go back down to 160, and I kind of just keep doing. I do a few drop sets all the way down to like 140, I believe. Just sets of 3. I really did not feel like doing 5x5 at like a heavy weight because, you know, when you don't train as much, your body can't handle that much volume, or at least, I don't know, my body, it's not very fun. It doesn't feel very good. I'm sure if a lot of you guys have been training a lot, I'm sure you know what I mean. If your body's not prepped to do, you know, a bunch of volume, then especially at a heavy weight, I mean, I could do 3x10 at like 100 kilos. That's easy. That's nothing. But like if you're talking 5x5 at 160, you know, like 80%, that's a different ball game. So a little bit different session for you guys here. Like I said, I'm trying to maintain my squat, so that's my main focus. But then I also want to just keep my muscles that I have. So I'm just trying to do a lot of these upper body workouts to keep my musculature on my body that I have. I know I'm not going to be gaining a lot right now, probably not any, but as long as I target certain areas that aren't getting targeted throughout the week, then, you know, I'm hoping I can maintain that. So I'm doing like basically just supersetting dips and lat pull downs right now. This first set, I'm just doing 3 sets of 10. This first set I went straight from dips to lat pull downs back to dips, and you'll notice in between my second and third set I was not able to do that again. I started breathing pretty hard, and I noticed on this second set of dips that I didn't have as much gas to go straight through the 10. So I go back over to the lat pull down machine, do 10 of those, and then I'm like, all right, I need to take a little bit of a break because I'm running out of juice. I can't tell if I like bodybuilding training or not. It depends on the exercise, I guess. I kind of like it and I kind of hate it at the same time. I'm not a huge fan of high volume stuff. The lat pull down form could be a little bit better. I'm kind of cheating a little bit, but it's because I was getting tired. So that's why I'm like, all right, let's take a little bit of a break, and I'll speed up the video here, get a little drink, you know, breathe, pace around like a weirdo. I was the only one in the gym this morning on a Sunday morning at about 8 o'clock. I was the only one in the gym, so I just kind of look like a psycho. If somebody walked in there and watching me, they're probably like, what the heck is this guy doing? Got his shirt off like a freaking weirdo, pacing around. All right, back to dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, Trent, you can do it. Come on, don't be a wuss. Boom, 10, I believe. Straight through it, didn't have to take any breaks, so that was good. And then go back over here to the lat pull down, do 10 of those, and then we will move on to the next exercises. So I'm trying to make sure that these bodybuilding exercises that I'm doing are conducive to like weightlifting training. So, you know, lat pull downs, I mean pull-ups, pull downs, whatever, they're always going to help. Dips are maybe the exception. I would kind of like to develop my lower chest a little bit more and my triceps, so I really like doing dips. But then moving on to these next exercises, I'm supersetting incline dumbbell press, which transitions to the jerk pretty decently because it maintains some of that overhead strength. And then I also do some dumbbell rows and stuff like that. Just these general upper body strength exercises, especially the pull-ups / pull downs and the rows. They really transition to weightlifting pretty good. Keeping that bar close to you as you're pulling, keeping that upper back tight, stuff like that. So I think this first set I was doing like 65s on the incline, and I was doing like, I think this is a 90-pound dumbbell that I'm doing rows with. I can't quite remember. I think I end up going up to 95 or 100 pounds on the dumbbell rows. for 10. Trying to make sure I get a good stretch, go all the way down. I could probably pull it through a little bit more. You know, my Dr. Mike Israetel might judge my form a little bit and say I need to slow down the eccentric portion of the lift, but I digress. So speed up, take a little break, breathe. I was moving through this workout pretty fast because I kind of wanted to do some other things Sunday morning. I kind of had some errands I needed to do, and I kind of wanted to go through this stuff pretty fast just to keep my heart rate up, just kind of make it a little bit of a cardio exercise as well. That's always something that I'm trying to do when I do these bodybuilding exercises. So then I think I go up to 75s here on the incline, and I put some chalk on. I think you saw me in the sped up portion. I put some chalk on, mainly for the rows, because once it gets up to like 100 pounds, doing 10 reps is pretty hard on the grip. So I wanted to make sure I was chalked up a little bit. Boom. Drop them some bitches. Breathe. Quit being dramatic. Do some rows. God dang, this guy's taking his sweet time. So anyway, I don't mind the row form here. It's heavy, so there's a little bit of cheating involved, but I want it to be heavy because, like I said, I want to maintain some of that strength for the weightlifting side of things, so. Sorry for the lack of consistent uploads here lately. I'm not quite as on the ball as I was a couple months ago. And like I said, that's just because of life things. I'm still trying to upload a video a week. I mean, hell, I've only been training once a week, so that's about all I could do. But we'll get back to it. Hopefully here in a month or two, I can get back to some consistent training. So take another break. I was breathing pretty hard at this point. So I just squatted down. Tried to focus on my breathing, really tried to slow down my breaths. And then move on. I don't think I rested quite enough because on this last set of incline press, I could only get like 5 reps. Yeah, much slower. And I'm sure that's a lack of, like I said, a lack of rest time, but also a lack of training. Plus, it's not like I do these bodybuilding exercises a whole lot. I'm a weightlifter first, so some of this stuff, you know, I only do once a week or once every other week or something like that. Just depends on my programming. That's pretty much gonna be the video. I mean, I wrap up this last set of rows and then I called it a day. You know, hopefully I'm gonna try to get into the gym one more time this week before Christmas, and then try to get you guys a video again next week of that session. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have some happy holidays. And if you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.